Without faith, human life descends into madness. There is no authentic living without faith in God. But in the West, we've reduced the idea of faith to an intellectual assent to doctrines, certain teachings. We say, so long as I've accepted and believe in this set of doctrines, I must have faith. In the Gospel of St. Matthew, Jesus says, if we have faith as small as a mustard seed, we can move a mountain. Faith can do all things. But it isn't the physical act of moving a mountain that Jesus is talking about here. He's drawing a comparison between the tininess, the small thing of a mustard seed, and the hugeness of the mountain. Even a small amount of faith in the heart can overcome anything. And the mountain is a symbol of many things, including the darkness, the evil that can crush our hearts. But Jesus isn't talking about an intellectual assent to doctrines and beliefs. The faith that Jesus calls us to is an absolute trust, an absolute hope and belief in the goodness of God. That when chaos seems to swirl around us, when things collapse, when there seems no hope at all in the material things of the world, that spark of hope, belief, trust in God sustains us, assures us that we are in God's loving hands. At the end of that reading where Jesus talks about the mustard seed, he says to the disciples, I'm going to go to Jerusalem, they're going to put me to death, and on the third day I will rise. And it says there in St. Matthew that the disciples were sorrowful. Hearing this, they were sorrowful. Yes, they'd heard that he was going to be put to death, but they hadn't heard or believed that he would rise again. True faith, true hope, sees beyond the immediate, sees beyond the pain, the suffering of this life, sees beyond this life itself. So let all of us find that faith in our hearts, that we can trust that God is in control, that our lives are in God's hands, and that God's love for us is infinitely greater than our own desire for our own interests. We are loved, we are cared for. Let us put ourselves into the loving hands of God.